Hey, this is WhyBeAre with BeamNG.drive. I don't know why I felt like saying it like that. But anyways, we're going to look at a couple of racetracks in this video. And by a couple of racetracks, I mean a couple of variations of the same racetrack. So I've just technically lied to you just a little bit. I do apologize for lying. I don't mean to lie. It just kind of happens because I don't have a good way with words. So anyways, it's called Sardian Heights. At least I think that's how you pronounce it. You know, somebody out there's going to be like, no, you idiot. It's not pronounced Sardian. It's pronounced Sardine. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say it wrong. I'm just saying it the way I think it is. I'm sorry. So I think it's pronounced Sardian Heights. There's three versions of it. There's an open, long, and short. We're going to start in the short and go in reverse order, actually, because it kind of makes the most sense in showing off the course. But we're going to start in the short one and go to it. So this is a map that was originally made for R Factor and was ported to BeamNG.drive. As far as I know, it is not based off of any real circuit whatsoever. It may be based off of real roads, but I can't find any information on that for sure. But it's definitely not a circuit that was actually ran before. So we're going to go ahead and use a truck for this, just for now. We'll use a car later. We're going to use a truck, like, yeah, bright green truck. That'll work great. And to do this one, you want to go not right, but left. Because if you go right, that's going in the reverse order. And if you go left, you're going in the correct order. I made that really confusing because I kind of went right and then left. And I'm sorry about that. But you want to go left if you want to do it correctly. Just know that, okay? Anyways, so this is the short version of it. It's about a little under a mile, I think. And I believe it's also known as the Sardian Heights 100 for R Factor. But for here, it's just going to be called the short version. And I think the full name for the Sardian Heights is actually like Sardian Heights Street Circuit, you know? And the fact that it's a street circuit is apparent in its design. Like all the turns are at kind of 90-degree angle type of thing, you know? There's no real long swooping turns. Everything's like this is a 90-degree street going into a 90-degree street. So there you go. Because it is supposed to be like a city, and a city is laid out like a grid, and a grid has 90-degree angles on all the spots, and that influences exactly how the course was designed, basically. So that's why a city course, that's like, I'm just saying, that's like what a city course is. Of course, there are also ones where they would have like 180-degree turns, but for the most part, you know, it's going to be like that. We have a lot of 90-degree turns. I think only one turn is actually to the right, going that direction. That's kind of funny to think about. There is like a little swoop right there, but for the most part, every turn is going to the right. And we have just completed about a lap right now, so we could probably go ahead and go on to another vehicle. So let's just go ahead and slam into that right there and then get a new vehicle. Yeah! Ooh, that looked bad. Still runs though. Proud of your truck. Let's go ahead and use another truck just for fun. So let's use the Datsun 720 King Cab with the Race Edition. I might have to spawn this one twice because it spawns kind of high the first time. Hopefully it doesn't pull off to the side. I know sometimes if I spawn it too high up, it'll pull to a side. Let's see, is it good? No, it's pulling to the left. You see that? I'm hitting the accelerator, it just keeps going left. Wish me luck then. I got a truck that's going to pull to the left this whole way, huh? Oh well. We'll do the best we can. Yeah, I'm gonna look like a drunk man on the straights. Maybe not. Let's do something else. Well, we could try spawning it again, see if that fixes it. We'll see if that fixes it. Well, that's one way to fix it. That might actually help. Makes the tires hit at less of a crashing angle, and hey, that worked. Okay, we got a car that drives straight. So if you do this course in reverse, you have to know it already. Because otherwise you're just going to go the wrong way and slam into a wall. Like, let's say you don't know the course, okay? You're going to be able to do this next turn, because this next turn you don't have a choice of direction. It's just go left, because otherwise you slam into a wall. So that's easy, right? So you're going left. And then you keep driving, and then, uh-oh, I went the wrong way and slammed into a wall. You actually need to know the course. You need to know that you need to go right here. Otherwise, yeah, you're not going to have a good time. So it's not exactly made to be driven in reverse, but you can drive it in reverse. It's less than ideal, but you can do it, you know? So, it's up to you what you want to do. You know, I'm not going to say you have to drive it in one direction or the other. I'm just saying it is easier to drive it in the other direction. This car is like not downshifted this whole time, has it? It's just been sitting in 5th gear like, I'm happy. Look how gas efficient I am. You're a race truck. You don't need to be gas efficient. You need to be fast and crazy and racing and stuff. Oh, look at that. You see, the walls are sometimes a little grabby. That one just grabbed my wheel and it got stuck in it entirely. But that is about a lap, I think, actually. Yeah, we did just over a lap, actually. Like I said, it's not that big of a course. We can go ahead and do one more lap going in the other direction with another car. We'll use, like, the Polo WRC, because it's a nice little car. I think I use this one a lot. Well, compared to the other race cars, I think this is the one I probably use the most, I would say. No, I guess I use them pretty equally, actually. So we're going to go ahead and spin around right here. Because, oh, no! Oh no! I opened up my back hatch. Port hatch. Anyways, this is about where the start would be. You see there's those green lights which you can drive into and through and don't care about. You see, we're just driving right through. So anyways, this is how you would do a normal lap. You'd start there, you go this way, then you go this way. So that's, if you consider that a turn, that is one of the only 2 left turns. If you don't consider that a turn, more of like a swooping curve, there's only 1 left turn. But actually, I mean 1 right turn. Excuse me, I said it backwards. There's only 1 right turn, if you consider that a right turn. Otherwise, there is 1 more right turn coming up. So it's like the opposite of how UPS tells their drivers to drive. You know, UPS drivers, they say, always turn right. You'll make 3 rights instead of 1 left or something like that. And here is the exact opposite. You make 1 right because you literally have no choice in the design of the road. Otherwise, you're going to hit a wall because a real permanent wall is there. It's not like a little wall made up for a racing. It's a real, this is metal wall that'll wreck your car up. That's one thing I wouldn't mind seeing in future versions, is just the ability to have a bunch of props that you could break up, like, you know, all those little things to tell you which way to go. Oh, by the way, that's a lap. You could actually hit them instead of just smashing into them and blowing you up. Have you ever seen like a little sign on the road, you know, that you hit it and it just destroys your car like this? Because that usually doesn't happen. But that's a limitation of BeamNG.drive more than the map itself. So yeah. Also, this car is entirely broken. So let's go ahead and go the long version and take a look at that one now. So we're just going to pull it up. So long version is called the Sardian Heights Street Circuit 250, or just Sardian Heights 250. I forget which. It's about 1.5 miles long. And again, so this one actually has some left turns to it at least. We'll use the, we'll use the Covey here, because we got to use, like I like using stock car first, then a modded car later. So we use the race edition of the Covey, and it's the same as the other one for the first few turns. You want to go left? And then first, I think, let's see, well, it depends what you count as turns, but at least the first 3 turns are the same. So if you consider this a turn, it's 1, maybe you could consider that 2, so it's actually 4 turns, I think. But anyways, there's a lot of similarities here. It's like these turns are the same, this one's the same, all the same, all the same. Up here, same thing. And then the next one is where it gets different. In the other version, you go left. This one, we're going to want to go right. So you see this here? If you go in the other version, you're like, I'm going to turn left. Oh, no, I'm not. You see, there's a wall right there, so we're going to go right. Now, which way do you want to go right? You want to go through there? No, you don't. You'll hit a wall. You see that? You want to go right through there. Otherwise, you'll hit a wall and you'll be sad. So we're going to take that turn good. And we're going to go here, take this turn. Oh, no. No. Well, you see, there are now left and right turns in this version of it, instead of just being all left turns. Well, you know, at least it feels like there's more turns going in the opposite direction. Now the car is pulling to the side, so don't expect any kind of not hitting the wall, good driving at all. It's going to be smash all the walls, hit all the things driving now, because I can't even control the car properly. Here, again, you got to, this one you kind of got to know where to go right there, even though you're going in another direction. Otherwise, you'll just plan that turn wrong and crash. So this one, you see there are more than 90-degree angle turns. Like this one's a 180-degree angle turn. Woo! Look at all that, man. It's a long old turn. It's like a U-turn, man. We made it. Great turning. Perfect. I'm so proud of you. Let's crash this thing, though, because it's pulling to the side and it's making me annoyed. How dare you pull to the side? That's all you did? I was hoping for a more significant crash than that, but okay. How weird. The car's just kind of coasting now. It's broken, but it's able to coast. That's funny. Anyways, oh, look at how perfect that was. I managed to set it where I was already perfectly aligned. That was not intentional. I didn't think about that at all. It just kind of happened. Okay, so you got, like I said, you got lots of turns. I don't know why this area would be like that in the first place for a street circuit. And just one of those parts that kind of stands out like the rest of it. It's all wall-to-wall driving, where that one has like a big open area and this just like sticks out a bit. That's all. Street circuits are scary, though. You know that? You make one mistake, you're slamming into a cement wall, you know, no tire barriers or anything. And that's a lap. So a little bit longer, as you saw, about maybe, you know, maybe a 3/4 or a quarter mile longer, I would say. Not actually driving them, you know. And well, let's go ahead and use a different vehicle now, and we'll do it in reverse. So we'll use the well, have you ever seen a pigeon try to win a race? I sure haven't. Let's see what happens if you try to race the pigeon at its max. Alright, pigeon, you ready to race? We're gonna race. Now this thing is not that fast. I should probably make like a quick engine mod that gives me just a slightly more powerful engine. But I'll worry about that some other time. But for now, we're just gonna use the stock pigeon because, you know, stock is best. Stock is slow though, because it's a pigeon. What do you want from the pigeon? See, here you gotta know again. Oh God. We're good. It's fine. You gotta know again though which way to turn. Otherwise, you'll go the wrong way there. You gotta know I need to turn left here. And I think something else is wrong with this car. It's bouncing more than normal. It's like, boing. Calm down, pigeon. Calm down. What are you, the frog? You're just bouncing all over the place. This is a bad idea. Let's not use the pigeon. That was a dumb idea. Let's use something that's actually a good car to race in. Let's use an Impreza 22B. I like this car. It's mostly stock, but it has a roll cage. I want a roll cage in my car. Who wouldn't be happy with a roll cage, man? Roll cages are cool. Only problem is, man, I don't know. Roll cages are expensive, and then you gotta wear a helmet. Otherwise, you hit your head in the roll cage. You gash your head open. It's not a good thing, you know. So it does have its trade-offs. I still say I would just wear a helmet wherever I go. Be like, I'm a race car driver. Let me put on my helmet for my car I use to daily drive. I don't care. I got like a helmet in my roll cage in my street car. I'm so cool, you know. This car is again pulling to the right. You notice that, huh? So let's just reset it. I don't want to deal with the car pulling to the side. It gets annoying. I don't know if they seem to break more often here, or if it's just my imagination. Like, it seems like it might be the walls are just a bit grabby, so every time you bump a wall, it's like, oh, we're pulling. I don't know if it's just my imagination, though. So this one is not as bad to have to memorize which way to go, but you do need to have some memorization for it. I think, interestingly enough, the hard parts are the same parts, but, the easy parts are, oh no, I did it wrong. I did it all wrong. Where am I? Let's see. Well, I just made my own racetrack here. Yep, I made a racetrack. That's totally the wrong way to go. I got too distracted. Okay, where did I go wrong? Here was fine. So when we reset the car, I was fine. Then I got distracted, I guess. Let me think now. Instead of talking about who knows what, let me think about where I'm driving. And try to remember this. So obviously here you got no choice in the matter. So we're gonna go there. Right, that's right. Yeah, that's right. And then we turn there. That's what it is. See right there, that one got me off. Yeah. That one just really got me off. That confused me, I mean. I think that's right. Wait. Oh, please let this be right. I don't know. I'm lost. My BR is officially lost, but I'm pretty sure this is right. If this kind of goes into a right turn and then it kind of has like a squiggly bit, it's the right spot. Oh, this is it. This is it. We're good. We're good. So yeah, that one threw me off for sure. So it wasn't that bad. It was just a small mistake, but it messed me up in the mind, man. My mind game got ruined. Mentally. And there we go. That is all the hard part now. I guess it is harder. I changed my mind. I was saying it was easier, but this is harder. This is the first time I've actually done it in reverse, though. The other one I did it before. This one I was like, we can do it. We can do it the first try, right? No, we can't. WhyBeAre's not that smart. And then, of course, you got a pit lane I haven't even looked at yet. It's the same on both tracks, though. They're identical, so we'll go ahead and swing into it after we get to it. So I think it's right up here. We could just kind of pull up and then U-turn. That's a lap, by the way. Comp cams. I don't need no stinking cams. Here we are. And you got the pits like, I want to pit here. Fix my car because I just hit things in the pits. WhyBeAre's here again. Gotta fix this car. My pit crew would hate me. Every lap, I broke it again. Are you serious, dude? You know? And then we can leave it. So that is the long version and the short version. Now, there's the open version as well, which is, well, the same thing, but without all the walls whatsoever. So let's look at that. Okay, let's go. So, open version, though, one of the neat things about it is you can make a racetrack on it, really. Like, there's no barriers around it, so you can just drive around it like it's a city, which is kind of not the smartest thing to do, because it's not really designed to be a full city, it's just designed to be a race course. So you're running dead ends all over the place. But one of the more interesting things I think you could do if you have, you know, any amount of, well, you don't even have to have any skill in the map editor. An idiot like me could edit this up to be like kind of like a custom version of the Sardian Heights circuit in a way. street circuit. I think it's street circuit. Yeah, street circuit. So that's kind of a neat thing to think about. Like you could do something like that. So like for here, it's like no matter what, you're gonna have to turn left, obviously, because there's no streets designed to go any other direction. But then you could do things like up here, instead of having it where you take the inner route, you could have it where you want to go through the middle, where it's a slower turn, really, because it's like so tight. You could do something like that, and I'm not just saying you can imagine it, by the way. I mean, like, yeah, you could imagine this is a circuit, but where's the fun in that? You could actually modify it. And without too much trouble, save a version that has it the layout you like. You know, your own custom, fancy-made layout. And I think that's kind of one of the cool things you don't really think about until somebody gives you something like this where you could do such a thing. So let's say, let's do just that. Let's just do an example of that, okay? So I'm going to just drive up to, like a corner that we can modify, and then I'll show you exactly what I mean. So we're going to... I'm not going to do it like to be, you know, super pretty. Oh, that looks so natural. I'm just going to show you a quick example of how you would do something like that. You know, so, alright, up here, we're still on the, where you have no choice, you know. For the straightaway section right here, you don't have much choice. But then, that's when you can make your own circuit. You know, at least your own tweaks to the circuit. So getting up here, like I said, this would be a good place to do it. So what you would do is you're going to crash your car to make it come to a stop because I don't want to brake, I just want to crash. There we go. Then we're going to pull up the map editor with F11. Whoa, 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 whoa. I forgot, when you change into this mode, it takes a second to start recording. So anyways, what I just said though is you're going to want to hit Shift-C to kind of get the camera off the car. Then you're going to go to Object Editor mode, which is this button up here. Or just hit F1, then you're going to find an object. And this is, you know, if you're actually going to release the map to somebody else, this might not be the best way to do it. But we're going to just steal something from Grid Map because I'm lazy and it's easy. Really easy. We're just going to go into the Grid Map folder and just grab a block. And then we're just going to shape it to whatever I want. Just as an example of how you could, you know, do something like this. It's not something I plan to release or anything, but it's just an example. So we're going to just use, I guess we'll use, I thought there was just blocks, but I guess not. I was mistaken. Let's start the very end. Nope. Oh well, we'll use a... Oh. We'll just use a container. Yeah, container. That'll work. It's a weird shape for this, but it'll work. I mean, it's just like I said, I was just going to show you a quick example. All you just go, boom. And you made a track. Congratulations. Like, oh, but that's ugly. Well, you can put color on it. You could go to, you know, you go up to the material editor. You know, I want to look pretty. Fine, we'll make it look pretty. You happy? Put the normal, we'll say, whoops, not that one. We'll do it like this. We'll put the material to just something that looks like it would make sense. Like, nothing here will probably make sense, but I don't care. Just pick something, make it look like an ocean. Why? I don't know. Oh, that looks terrible. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's a bad idea. How about just, yeah, track wall. Walla. There you go. That looks like a walla. See, just like that. So now you have a wall. And you can do that, and you can have your own little just set up for this track. That's all you gotta do. And if you actually wanted to, you can pick a texture that has arrows that say "Don't crash into the wall." Anyways, that's all I have to say for this map. And till next time, this has been WhyBeAre. Let's go and take an aerial view, and then I'll see ya. You see, it's not made to take an aerial view, as you see. Actually, it's made to be driven on. But all right, see ya.